Hello everybody, welcome back to Sweet and Sour Soccer. Saints fans, I gave you great news last week when I did the Southampton takeover video. Well, I've got more great news for you because it looks like the first transfer since that takeover has happened could be Rangers midfielder, the midfielder who was once described as the next Yaya Toure, Mr. Joe Aribo. Guys, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And also head over to our Transfer Talk playlist where we'll be bringing you up to date with all the latest transfer news throughout this January transfer window. Now let's talk about Joe Aribo. Of course, the Rangers midfielder, who was, as I said, has once been described as Yaya Toure, moved to Rangers on a free transfer from Charlton Athletic. Lee Bowyer, who was in charge of Charlton at the time, was desperate to keep hold of him, but he chose to go to Rangers and has since been managed under Steven Gerrard before he made the move to Aston Villa. Now, looking at his time in Rangers, he has had a great career in his time in Rangers so far. 123 appearances, 23 goals and 20 assists, and he's on fine form this season as well. 20 games played, 6 goals and 4 assists, meaning he gives either a goal or an assist every other game in the Scottish Premier League, which is pretty impressive stats. Now, of course, as I said, he was once described as the next Yaya Toure, and you might be wondering where those comments came from. Well, they actually came from this man, who is now Aston Villa defender Eric Conser, who actually said that he described him as being similar to Yaya Toure when he saw him in his time at Charlton. And he had a few other good comments in that interview. He said he's the type of player that everyone would love in their changing room, and he's a great player. Joe's really focused on wanting to improve himself, and he loves the game. Now, these are really great comments to be hearing, I'm sure, if you're a Southampton fan, about the type of player that he is and what he will be bringing to the club. It sounds like he'll be bringing some great energy, and also a player that everyone, including the fans, will really adhere to and get along with. Well, it's not just that, you know, him as a person. As I've described, the stats are there as well. And he's been described, actually also in this exact interview, described as a really unique player in the way that he plays. He also described him as the left-footed Yaya Toure as well at the same time. So some great accolades there from Eric Conser. Well, let's talk about what he would add to the team. And this man, James Ward-Prowse, as always, has been pivotal to Southampton. Of course, signing a massive 5-year deal extension in the summer, which was great news for Saints fans. Well, he's actually had a pretty decent season himself, contributing nearly a third of Southampton's goals, whether that be by goals or assists, providing 5 goals and 1 assist so far this season. And Southampton need some help in that department. Of course, at the moment, they sit only 4 teams have actually scored less than Southampton, and 3 of those are the bottom 3. The other one being Wolverhampton Wanderers, who have scored 14, but also only conceded 14 in what is quite a really weird season for them, which is my club, to see how high they are up in the table, considering. Well, James Ward-Prowse, as I say, I think Joe Aribo would really give him some help and support in that area and help contribute 2 goals and assists, which could be pivotal for Southampton in moving up the table. Well, interestingly, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this transfer. Apparently been touted for around a £9 million bid. I really do feel that this would be a fantastic signing, and what a great signing to start the Southampton takeover. As I mentioned with that takeover, it's not going to be about having multi-millions of pounds, having a billionaire owner. It's going to be making smart investments to improve the team sensibly, but abide by financial fair play. And with the person that they've brought in, also having connections to Brentford beforehand, you can see how well he did there. So definitely one, if you've not checked out that video already, go and check it out. I'll go into that in more detail. But I think this is really exciting times for Southampton, and this would be a really shrewd first signing under the new ownership. So guys, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and hopefully I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.